Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in, and today we have with us the Poco F1. Now, when we got the phone, we got it in this funky looking box that looks like it's straight out of a bank vault. But before we begin with our first impressions, here is a look at everything that we got in the box. Okay, now after you've seen the phone and everything that it came with, here is just a brief look that I'm going to show you. Is what I have with me on the left is the OnePlus 6 Avengers Edition, which is of course the top of the line one that OnePlus was selling. And this is the Poco F1 with its Kevlar back, which means that this brings with it a very unique and interesting look, more of which we will talk about in this first impression. So the first thing to note is that Poco is Xiaomi's new brand aimed to resurrect the flagship killer smartphone now that OnePlus has moved to a more premium pastures, as so to speak. Now the timing is just about right as well. Counterpoint Research's latest report on smartphone trends states how consumers are maturing and demanding better performance from their phones. The Poco F1 is Xiaomi's answer to that. As the name suggests, its focus is squarely on speed. For that, the F1 doesn't just come with a flagship Snapdragon 845 processor, there's also a dedicated cooling mechanism for higher sustained performance. Xiaomi, Poco is calling it liquid cooling, and we're currently testing it to see if there's any significant impact. You can have as much as 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage to go along with it. All of this under the price tag of 30,000 rupees. Now, the Poco F1 is clearly aimed at enthusiasts at a budget where a premium design comes secondary and speed and durability is the priority. That's why the Poco F1 is encased in a polycarbonate shell instead of glass. There's also this special variant of the phone that we just showed you a while ago, which you can see on your screens as well, is made of Kevlar, the same material that's used in bulletproof vests. While this won't actually catch a bullet for you, it will withstand rough usage. The texture also adds to the grip. It's non-slippery, but it is smudge prone. Now, the 5.99-inch display happens to be the most uninteresting part of the phone. There is a wide notch, but there's also a significant bezel as well. Apart from the front camera and the earpiece, the notch also houses an IR blaster that helps with face unlock in low-lit conditions. The Poco F1 is built for speed from the ground up. Copper pipes with a vapor inside take the heat off the processor and dispense it through the polycarbonate shell. It keeps the chipset cooled down to prevent thermal throttling. That helps when you're in a long gaming session, especially in this Delhi heat. To go with it, there's also 8 GB of RAM like we mentioned and 256 GB of storage. It is also expandable via a hybrid slot. And while the hardware does promise top-notch performance, Poco's focus on real-life performance is where things matter, which is why there's the extra cooling contraption. We had the phone a few days before launch, and after a few hours of gaming, the phone didn't heat up significantly. The F1 is specially optimized for this game as well. But not everyone's a gaming addict like us. Some actually get work done in the phone. For them, there is a new Poco Launcher which is customized from MIUI 9.5, and guess what? It has an app drawer. The launcher's animations are also sped up so it feels faster, and apps launch just as fast as any other flagship smartphone. The software does have a few bugs that needs a little bit of ironing out. So for instance, icons don't show up in the status bar when there's a notification. In fact, icons don't show up at all in the notched space. We also faced a few instability issues where the volume rocker stopped working till the phone was restarted. Nothing that a new update won't fix. More than speed, people are paying more for better cameras on smartphones these days. The F1 offers a lot to photography enthusiasts. It uses the Mi Camera app with AI scene recognition built in. It automatically detects what you're shooting and adjusts the camera parameters accordingly. You get a primary 12 megapixel sensor with a 5 megapixel depth sensor for portrait shots. Up in the front, we have a 20 megapixel selfie camera. The photos come out fairly well, as these samples will tell you. We'll be testing it out even more for our in-depth review. Completing the package, of course, is a 4000 mAh battery. It's the reason why this isn't the slimmest phone out there, and also why we could manage an hour-long gaming session without worrying about the phone dying out by midday. There's a bundled quick charge supported charger. Now, considering the whole package, it's easy to see who the phone is aimed for. The Poco F1 surely doesn't look like the premium Samsung or Huawei flagships, but it promises high-end performance. It lasts long too and is durable, unlike the glass-backed phones we've seen so far. If we're not wrong, this is something that the Redmi Note 5 Pro users would want to upgrade to, especially considering the price point this phone has launched at. A no-nonsense performer which is easy on the pocket is what we can say the Poco F1 is. As always, you can let us know what you thought of this video in the comment section below. If you liked it, you can hit the like button, you can subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one, and let us know in the comment sections below what parameters you would like us to test of this phone. We will do our best to include them in our review. The first impressions were presented by me, Samir, written by Shubhrojit, who is reviewing the phone. We will catch you in another video. It's goodbye for now.